नमस्कार आपण को आज यही डीके लाइव प्लेटफॉर्म को आम आउ थे आपन को स्वागत करुचु। आज यही स्पेशल एपिसोड आज इवनिंग रखाई। आई वेलकम यू ऑल वंस अगेन। टुडे इज वर्ल्ड्स एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप डे और एंटरप्रेन्योर्स डे। एटा सेलिब्रेट हुए अगस्त 21st रे। It is a Saturday, so amar jetu Sunday program, we have a program in every Sunday, so we thought of celebrating this journey of entrepreneurship since we are also entrepreneur. And amar ehi mo Asaa Ra Odisha re amar only theme is to promote entrepreneurship and how our entrepreneurs can go from a local to a global platform. So we are vocal for their local challenges and आमर प्रयास रही कि आम सदा बेले हाउ डू वी ट्राई एंड हैंड होल्ड एंड सी कि कौन कौन प्रॉब्लम अच्छे तार सॉल्यूशंस कौन हो पार। तो यही प्रचेष्टा आज आम आरंभ करवा आमर यही प्रोग्राम। आज प्रोग्राम बेसिकली वी विल टॉक अबाउट आवर जर्नी इन आमर सीजन 2 जोटा आम सेकेंड सीजन आम आरंभ करूँ तार ये जर्नी को आम देखा आज आम कौ जाए पहुँचीचे। तापर विल टेक यू what we are planning to do आगो को डीके लाइव प्लेटफॉर्म रे हमें कौन करे चाहूँ। तो very interesting this journey has been for the COVID hela last year, so we started with this journey. We did a season 1 where we did 15 episodes, and with season 2 this is the 13th episode, and we have almost covered more than 100 speakers from the across the globe. जेमती हमें season 2 रे we had a topic no tobacco day दिन आमे करथिलु, and we had two distinguished speakers, keynote speakers, Dr. Narayan Mishra and Dr. Khirat Kumar Raut, who are thought leaders in those field. So they came to our platform and they shared their knowledge, their experience, and how we should all avoid tobacco. It hala theme thila, and we discussed on the pros and cons ki amar tobacco, how it is deteriorating our health status को नहीं करी, and how COVID time रे how tobacco can play a havoc in our lives. So that was first episode. Then as we moved into the second episode, we had next slide on the second episode. Yeah, basically it was talk about the ecosystem restoration. And here also we had two wonderful speakers, Shri Pranam Ranjan Chaudhary, who is a global speaker, and Dr. Sundar Narayan Patra, who is the president of Odisha Environment Society. And they shared their experience and knowledge, and with it also a lot of our viewers, a lot of our audience, they share their thought process, how ecosystem is very, very essential in our life, in the world, for our generations to continue, and why it needs urgent action and restoration, because or else there will be a havoc and there will be natural calamities which we will not be able to sustain. And based on that was the theme, and it had a very good response, and probably we were enriched with a lot of knowledge, a lot of information, which probably we would be using it in our day-to-day lives. And there also we have spoken about से भीतर भी बहुत गुड़े लोक एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप केमती लिंक हो पारिबो इकोसिस्टम रिस्टोरेशन रे से विषय में हमें कथा हेले. एंड देन एज वी मूव टू द एपिसोड 3 we had next slide. So episode 3 was basically focused on the women and how when they come back to the work in the COVID times. COVID time re amar Odisha perspective re how the better half of the women or the 50% of population of Odisha today, 51-52%, how they are returning to work and what are the challenges they are facing. And we had 3 lovely speakers. We had Jhanja Das, who is a storyteller, and how she adapted storytelling as a profession, and she's been doing really well. Right now, a book is getting published, which she has written, and today is the inauguration. Right now, it is happening in KIT Auditorium. I was supposed to be a part of it, but the program is here. So we wish her all the best in her future endeavors, and let her book be a success story for all the writers who aspire to come and write and share their thoughts. We also had uh, Laura Mitra Ratha, who has been president of Innerville, that is a part of Rotary International, and how she as an entrepreneur came back balanced between family, work, and social activity. How she has been juggling, and how this COVID time has been a testing time. She spoke about that. And we also had Sonali Patnaik, who is the director of Aruba Foundation, and she talked about basically how people had to cope up in this scenario from the tribals of Odisha, from the tribals of different parts of India to the urban people, the women folk, how basically they faced the majority of the challenges in the COVID times because they had to manage home, health, as well as their work and family also. Because the woman is known as the backbone of our family. So that was our episode for third episode, and then we went ahead with the fourth episode as how yoga and music therapy केमती आमर जो लोक मैंने डिप्रेशन को जाऊँच बिकॉज ऑफ द कोविड टाइम्स हाउ म्यूजिक एंड योगा कैन प्ले अ बिग रोल इन टैकलिंग डिप्रेशन एंड इंड्यूसिंग इम्यूनिटी एक्चुअली पावर बढ़े बिकॉज ऑफ योगा एंड म्यूजिक दैट वी हैड टू ग्रेट स्पीकर्स वी हैड योगाचार्य श्री अशोक साहू एंड वी हैड संगीत विशारद आर्या मिश्रा who talked about yoga and music, and we had very talented musicians who entertained and played music, and how in these COVID times music has helped them overcome stress, overcome anxiety, and how they have induced immunity also in their body by listening to good music. So that has been our episode 4, journey in episode 4. So as we move to episode 5, again we talked about women returning to work, because that was the first part. Second part, we had two wonderful speakers, Lopamudra Mishra, a founder of Keshuva Informatics, and we had Rashmi Naik, who is a life skills and behavioral coach. These both talked about their perspectives as a trainer and as an entrepreneur, and their journey, and how they have been tackling COVID as a scenario, and how they have been moving ahead. And Rashmi talked about how she has been handling basically how she has been taking her training, and from a physical training, how online training has been established as a platform, and how they have been able to coach and train people on the go during these COVID times also. And Lopamudra talked about how going to the field, working with her team, and continuing her work and completing her finished goals in these difficult times. So they talked about that, which was definitely an eye-opener for all of us. And as we move to episode 6, that was very interesting. We had two international speakers, Odia people living abroad. Time thila amara America Independence Day. That was a celebration of America's Independence Day. But how America people from Odisha community, how they have been based out of US, and how they have been bridging this relationship and between Odisha and US. They talked about that. We had Dr. Tapti Panda. She spoke very great about her profession, her journey, and also how she has been contributing back to society, and that too in Odisha through Global Odia Volunteers and through other association, Breathe India, I think, Breathe India Foundation, which they have started, she and her husband and some other people, and how they have been giving back to the society in terms of Odisha very high COVID heitila. Seତେବେଳେ ସେମାନେ କେମିତି ଅକ୍ସିଜେନ ସିଲିଣ୍ଡର ନେଇକରି each and every aspect ସେମାନେ ଦେଖିକରି ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କ ଗାଁ ଗାଁରେ ପହଞ୍ଚେଇଛନ୍ତି, ନେଟୱାର୍କ କରିଛନ୍ତି. ଏବେ ବି they are doing it. So hats off to her and her team who have been supporting. We also had Vishwajit Naik, IT professional he has risen from rags to kind of when a difficult time he has faced challenges, and how he survived in this market in India as well as in the globe, in the American market, and how he built his own portfolio, his own platform. And then when it was time of giving back to Odisha, se dekhile ki pandemic re people do not have access to good education, bond heigala school and colleges. So ଗାଁ ର ପିଲାମାନେ ସ୍କୁଲ ପିଲାମାନେ କେମିତି ପାଠ ପଢିବେ ତାକୁ ଚିନ୍ତା କରିକି he founded Aveti Learning, and based out of California and shuttling between Odisha and California. His journey started 1.5 years, 2 years back, where they have trained almost 1.75 lakh. That was then, probably now it must have crossed 2 lakh people, and they have come up very unique platform which is बहुत low cost रे गाँ रे even low internet नथिले भी the education can be downloaded and local language रे पढ़े होची, and पिलांकर continuity of education is there. I think he has done a lot of research on this and lot of hard work, so hats off again to his team, and they are doing a really wonderful job. Aveti Learning, that is their website, and that is the company, and we wish them all the best to Biswajit and team. And definitely Tapti has played a big role with her team, her husband, and they have been very, very instrumental in supporting Medicare in Odisha. And as I talk to you, these people have agreed to become mentors in coming days in this DK Live platform, and to people who want their help, want their support in any initiatives which we do, which we'll be talking about. आमे आगु जांगे आमा कथा हबा आजिर सेही थीम ता अछि हमरो. So that was episode 6 of the season 2. That was then episode 7 थिला हमर हतो बळे रथ यात्रा हले जगन्नाथ महाप्रभु हेले ओडिसा कल्ट, ओडिसा कल्चर, ओडिसा माने जगन्नाथ महाप्रभु बुझाए. सो केमिति आमे ग्लोबली हमर रथ यात्रा पालन होउची सेटा को नै करी जगन्नाथ संस्कृति केमिति कल्चर बढ़ुची, केमिति लोक माने आदृत होचन हमर जगन्नाथ कल्चर को ताकू नै करी हमर अनुभूति. सो वी हैड वंडरफुल स्पीकर्स फ्रॉम Canada, Dr. Harihara Behera. We had Shri Raghunath Acharya from Bombay. He is a chartered accountant. Dr. Harihara Behera is started a company in Canada. He is a technocrat. We had Professor Dr. Prafulla Mishra, who is the Honorable Chancellor for Rajendra Prasad University in Pusa. Then we had Shri Jatadhari Mishra, who is the founder and secretary of Sankirtan and various platforms in Puri and entire Odisha. Jagannatha culture को spread करिवारे तांकर बहुत बड़ा ये अछि. And we had also Dr. Sital Kumar Pal Babu, who is a part of the cultural team, and Jagannath Mandir Myanmar. It is more than 100+ years old. Jotiki Pal Babu is actively involved with his family and a lot of team people, and they do really a good job. Emanangara Anubhuti, and these all are institution builders, culture builders for Odisha, and emane Odisha Sanskruti, Jagannath Sanskruti को लेके सब जगह रे पहुंचे चंती. Professor Mishra, Prafulla Mishra is a knowledge powerhouse. आमे जानिबा हरिहर बेहरा भी बहुत बढ़िया कहिले, and Dr. Jatadhari Mishra was also a big powerhouse of हमर जगन्नाथ संस्कृति. बहुत गुड़े जिनस अच्छे जगन्नाथंकर जो विषय आम जानी नथिले जानिया को पाइले. आई थिंक बिकॉज ओवरऑल डेवलपमेंट मो आसार ओडिसा रे थीम रे दिस ऑल गेट माने कल्चर आल्सो पार्ट. सो lot of entrepreneurs who wants to start in the culture also, there are lot of scope which we will talk about, lot of scope. And as we moved ahead in episode 8, then कौन skills दरकार 2020-30 रे, because as the world is changing आमे देखुले आईटी रे विभिन्न स्किल्स थिला. नाउ नेक्स्ट 10 वर्ष कौन स्किल्स दरकार ताकू नै कि हमर फ्यूचर स्किल्स needed in this decade. So how Odisha is being developed as a hub of immersive technology, जोटा मैं कहूचे augmented reality and virtual reality we talk about. So एटा को नै कि एपिसोड थिला. We had Pranavesh Das, founder Explorer Technologies, who joined us from Bangalore, and he was in US for a long time. They came back to India and they wanted to contribute back to our society. So India se startup करचंती काम करचंती AR VR रे. And we had Shri Manoj Kara, who is a entrepreneur again, working on green buildings and real estate, and how they have been implementing AR VR in their day-to-day, in the real estate. He gave his perspective. Also, we had a thought leader, Dr. P.K. Sahu, who is a professor and in charge of the Amara Center of Excellence, AR VR, जोटा कि IIT Bhubaneswar heichi, and he heads that, and they they are incubating AR VR related ette good entrepreneurs mane incubate korchonti. They're incubating new technologies, they're incubating new platforms, and they have taken a commitment to train and skill manpower who are a high end technology kama karibe, because this is where the world is going, and यार applications AR VR ro bahut jagare haba. So even all these three people have agreed to mentor any startup, any existing business who are there in this field and they want to take their help. Definitely DK Live platform is open to do all this, and we are there definitely. So এটা ଆମର ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ରହିବ ଗୋଟେ ପ୍ରୟାସ ଆମର ଯୋଉ ଜାରି ଅଛି DK Live ର ମୋ ଆଶାର ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ। ସି ବେସିକାଲି ଆମର ଏଇ ଇଚ୍ଛା ଅଛି କି ଆମର ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଏଣ୍ଟରପ୍ରେନର, ଓଡ଼ିଶାର ଏଣ୍ଟରପ୍ରେନର ଗ୍ଲୋବାଲ କୁ ଯାଆନ୍ତୁ, ନ୍ୟୁ ଟେକ୍ନୋଲୋଜି ଆଡପ୍ଟ କରନ୍ତୁ, ତାଙ୍କ ବିଜନେସ ରେ ଇମ୍ପ୍ରୁଭମେଣ୍ଟ ଆଣନ୍ତୁ, ଆଉ ଆଗକୁ ବଢନ୍ତୁ। ଦ୍ୟାଟ୍ ଇଜ ୱେୟାର we stand, and ଆମର DK Live platform hi ତିଆରି ହେଇଥିଲା ସେଇଥିପାଇଁ ଆମେ we are their voice, vocal for local, and now from local to global. So that is where we would be moving ahead. ଆମେ ଆଗରୁ ପ୍ଲାଟଫର୍ମ ରେ ଆମେ କଥା ହଉଥିଲେ, ଆଇଡିଆ ଜେନେରେଟ କରୁଥିଲେ, ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଶୁଣୁଥିଲେ, ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ସଲ୍ୟୁସନ କରୁଥିଲେ, but now it is a time going ahead, we would be putting it on the ground. It's now time to go on the ground. After that, episode 9 was Kargil Vijay Divas and India Remembers. That was, and we had two great speakers from the Indian Army and one from the Indian Air Force. We had Colonel Sunil Patnaik from the Indian Army Artillery, and we had Wing Commander Raj Satpathy from the Indian Air Force. So they both were instrumental. Raj was there at that time in the Kargil war, and Sunil was there in another sector giving the logistic support. And they have gone through these phases of one. It was time of remembering them and remembering those people who have laid down their lives so that our India, our country is safe and we are able to stay independent and breathe. Today, Ajira, if we see the condition which is going on in Afghan, jo tankara common people, citizens there, how they are having a problem, huge problem, and how tankara defense could not sustain, and people took over, and now you see the scenario everywhere. It is there in the world to people to see kon houchi. So country is safe when our defense people protecting the borders, they are fighting and they are keeping our country safe. So ajika date re, let us learn from the Afghanistan turmoil jo heichi. Let us learn कि freedom doesn't come free. It has to, we have to pay a price for that, and each and every one of us are responsible to ensure this freedom is passed on to next generations. We cannot take it for granted. So we have to keep our eyes and ears open. We have to build robust systems, and our generation have to support the defense system, the Indian capability, so that we are able to fight any kind of enemy. Because ajika date ra field war honi, the war has moved into the cyberspace, into the biomedical warfare, and many things are coming in. So still, so our scientists, engineers, researchers are needed more in this now defense sector, other than the army, air force, and definitely. So drones are in the new thing. Drone attacks are happening. So as we go ahead, that was episode 9. I think we had a good session, a fulfilling session. Then it was episode 10 was all about celebrating friends and friendship. We had friends logging in from different parts of the globe, and how friendships and friends are essential in life in keeping our immunity, keeping our mindset open, and happiness in life. Friends play a big role in your support system. They are the major source of energy in your support system. So as we moved ahead, it was episode 10. As we moved ahead, and we were celebrating 1 year of our DK Live program. So we were very thankful. We are still thankful to all our audience. For them only, we come back with new episodes and with new energy, and we keep on ଆମେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରୁ କି କେତେ ନୂଆ ଆମେ ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ଯୋଡ଼ି ପାରିବା ଆମର ଏଇ ପ୍ଲାଟଫର୍ମରେ, ନୂଆ ଆଇଡିଆଜର କ୍ରିଏସନ ହବ, problems ର solution ଆସିବ ଆଉ ମୋ ଆଶାର ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ କେମିତି contribute କରିପାରିବା. That was there. Then as we moved ahead, we had episode 11. It was National Handlooms Day we thought of talking about, and we have got excellent speakers. We had the Sabat sisters, who are founders of a startup, and how they have been in this journey of Sabat Exports ra Utkal Amrita tangara brand. We wish them all the best. How they talked about their journey, and how Dr. Anita talked about the GI tagging, kemiti hue, kon hue, variety. So we came to know a lot of things about our handloom and why we should use our handloom in day-to-day life. At least weekly, thore dithora ame handloom ra jinsa pindiba katha, so that our weavers get that direct benefit, and we should promote our handloom to the global audience and to our global friends, so that we adopt this change in our home itself. Then we try spreading it to our friends, families, and it goes global, and our weaver mane benefit paibe, because indirectly, directly, lot of employment is generated in this sector still in India. So Khadi movement has taken up, handloom movement again revived, and we should take our handloom to the globe. Jauchi, but ahuri jibo kemti amar global audience mane kemti pindhibe. So that was it. We had a co-founder of Sarna Education and Services. We had Rosalind Dash. She took us a journey about how from kemiti weaver neikiri kapda tiyari heikiri market ku jauchi. They depicted the journey and how Sarna is intervening in the different modules re, and trying to support the weaver and the weaver community. We also had Sonali Patnaik, where she came and she also briefed about the journey of Amara Ola Singh Weaver Society Ochi. We had Master Weaver Amyo Devata Bhai, kintu he couldn't join us because of a network problem. So we understand ki rural jo network issues ochi. He was a master weaver. He was supposed to talk about, but definitely आमे तांको आउटे प्रोग्राम रे निश्चय जते स्कोप मिलिबो आमे अमे भाई को आनिबा तांको तो जानिबा कि वीवर मानकर आजिर कर परिस्थिति कारण कोविड हैज हिट देम बिग वे काहेकि ना हमर वीवर्स माने हैंडलूम सेक्टर हैज बीन हिट मेजरली इन कोविड. सो आमे जतबे नेक्स्ट परचेस करबा हमर पूजा सीजन आसुची, हमर दुर्गा पूजा आसुची, गणेश पूजा गला, ए गणेश पूजा आसुची. सो वेयर हमर जतले पूजा सीजन आसीबो, एनी फेस्टिविटी, एनी बर्थडे, मैरिज एंड ऑल, वी शुड ट्राई टू प्रमोट आवर Nijara own product, handloom product. Odisha has very good handlooms. India has very good products. So we should definitely promote. Eta hala gote kotpad ra kapda jota ki amar Koraput ro टिके आगु को Koraput Raigada सेपटे जाइकरी ट्राइबल्स माने एटा करंती, ए कपड़ा को वीव करंती नेचुरल डाई रे एथरे एमो कोट बने and very comfortable, and the product also comes at a very good rates. So we should handle these people. So that is more amor mo Asaa Ra Odisha रे objective कि आमर एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप बढ़ू एंड आमे केम तांको ग्लोबल पहुंची परिबा. आमर जदि किछि इंटरवेंशन ने तांको आहुरी बेटर हेई परिबो, दैट इज वेयर वी शुड कम एंड इंटरवेन. गोइंग फॉरवर्ड, वी हैड another episode, आमर एपिसोड 12, वेयर आमर ऑब्जेक्टिव थिला, इट वाज 15th August, आमर इंडिपेंडेंस डे. वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग 75th year of independence, आजादी की अमृत महोत्सव. एतरे वी हैड 3 वंडरफुल स्पीकर्स जो 3टा पिलर हमें कहूचु हमर स्टेट की सेंटर कंट्री डेवलपमेंट पई. गोटेला सोशल सेक्टर, ह्यूमन सेक्टर कि तांकर हमें सेठी इंटरवेंशन ने हमर जो चिल्ड्रन, हमर यूथ से माने केमती बिल्ट अप होचंती, बिकॉज़ दे आर द फ्यूचर ऑफ द कंट्री. तो सेतरे हमर वी हैड अ वेरी गुड स्पीकर श्री लक्ष्मीनारायण नंद, हु इज सोशल सेक्टर स्पेशलिस्ट, यूनिसेफ रे काम करंती, entrepreneur by heart. He tries and ensures कि केते ओडिसा को सपोर्ट करी हबो, इंटरवेंशन करी हबो, नाम ओडिसा लोक केते बेनिफिट पाइबे. So we were thanks that he is heading northeast and Assam and northeast, doing a great role. But से ओडिसा रे last 20 years काम करछन एही सेक्टर रे, सोशल सेक्टर रे तांको इंटरवेंशन रे lot of people have benefited, children, youth and the women folk, basically the deprived class. They have definitely we had Jayashree Mahanti, who is part of the startup ecosystem, and semane 20 वर्ष तळे गोटे IT कंपनी आरंभ करथिले जतबेले कि very difficult 2000 I'm talking about. Those were the time when she dreamt and she and her partner who became her better half, and semane kemti se journey start kale 20 years back, and how today they are progressing. Semane kete countries re tankar export korchoni software. They are giving live employment to more than 2,000 3,000 people. That's a big thing. And how she and her team has been hand holding startups. So that was a role, and how technology will play a big role in Odisha. So that was her thought process where she shared. We also had a great speaker in terms of Subhendu Das, who is an agriculture industry specialist, and he's a program director for Access. And after spending almost 20 years outside Odisha, 20-25 years, now he thought of coming back to Odisha. Tankar jo learnings experience he starts giving back. Rayagada se FPO, farmer producing organization karikiri, tribal farmer 3000 लोगों को जोड़ी करी. Now today ସେମାନେ maize cultivation କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ millet କରୁଛନ୍ତି, ତାକୁ ନେଇକରି କେମିତି export ହେବ ବାଂଲାଦେଶ ଅଲଗା ଜାଗାରେ ପହଞ୍ଚେଇକି ତାଙ୍କର କେମିତି farmରେ better value ମିଳିବ. He and his team has been doing, and he is an expert, and ସେ prove କରିକି ଦେଖେଇଲେ କି prices କେମିତି ତାଙ୍କୁ better ମିଳିପାରିବ, better facility ମିଳିପାରିବ, and he is an inspiring soul. ये बहुत बढ़िया बढ़िया intervention କହିଲେ, and all the three have agreed to become mentors for entrepreneurs, existing startup, failed startups. काहेकि fail कला, we can definitely DK Live platform will definitely हमर प्रयास रहिबो कि हमें आपण मानकु हेल्प करिवो. आपण मान आसंतु, आपनकर आइडिया शेयर करंतु, प्रोग्राम शेयर करंतु, प्रॉब्लम शेयर करंतु. We will try to get our intervention mentors or specialists, or where things are going wrong, how things can become right. We will definitely look into it, and we'll try to help. Kaina खाली नुआ स्टार्टअप क्रिएट कले हबन कि नुआ आइडिया जोटा एक्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस अच्छी से स्टार्टअप हो, फेल स्टार्टअप हो, एसएमई हो, एमएसएमई हो, जो भी सेक्टर अच्छी, वी विल ट्राई. जदि आपण माने आम पाखु आसीबे, वी विल ट्राई टू सपोर्ट यू व्हाट एवर बेस्ट वी कैन डू. दैट इज मो आसार ओडिसा रे आज आमे एई ये जाउचे कि आमे पे ऑन ग्राउंड एक्टिवेशन को जिबु. आमे डिस्कशन कले, आइडिया कले, प्रॉब्लम शेयर कले. दिस इज फॉर द लास्ट 1.5 year we have been doing. We have done almost close to around 27 20 shows कर सेलोनी. More than 100-120 speakers को आने के हमें प्रोग्राम कर सेलोनी. We have a global audience. Now we have a global mentorship also with us, where we can definitely work, and आजिरो टाइम अच्छी काम करिबाकू किछि करी के हमें भी देखेबाकू. So after episode 12, today is episode 13, and let us get into the analytics. हमें देखिबा. Abhilash is there with us. Abhilash, if you can share the analytics of our programs for this season. Yeah, Abhilash.
So, firstly, namaskar, happy Raksha Bandhan and Gama Purnima ro shubhecha janauchi samastu ko. Aji Sunday achi, kintu ame aji ro event ro gote reason hochi ki as आम गोटे ये देखी पार्ची कि गोटे आमर श्रोता जन कमेंट भी करचंती विश्वजीत आचार्य कि गुड मॉर्निंग एंड हैप्पी रक्षा बंधन, गुड टॉपिक्स कवर्ड, नाउ वी शुड टेक इट टू द नेक्स्ट लेवल विथ एक्शन प्लान फॉर चेंज. तो सही एक्शन प्लान को जीवा पाई हमको भी वी आल्सो हैव टू बी एन्श्योर्ड कि आमर जो ग्राउंड रीच अच्छी, आमर जो इम्पैक्ट अच्छी, आमर जो डिलीवरी होची, जो भी whatever program, whatever information awareness we have done, तार कितने reach, तार कितने impact, तार कितने engagement अच्छी. So ये analytics reason होची to showcase what we have done in the last 13 episodes, 13 times, and what has been the impact. So this year what we did कि हमें गोटे differently एथरा को कल्लू कि बहुत लोग कहले कि Facebook रा access माने करंती नहीं, Facebook रे login करिया पड़ुची, and Facebook एते use करिया पे चाहू नांती. एंड से आम फेसबुक और यूट्यूब दीटा का प्लेटफॉर्म रे चलेलु ताकि यूट्यूब टा आपन को जदी नॉर्मल गूगल ईमेल आईडी रे माने गूगल एक्सेस रे यू कैन एक्सेस एंड व्यू द वीडियो लाइव स्ट्रीम, एंड आल्सो यू कैन चैट, यूज द लाइव चैट फंक्शन. सो एथर को वी हैव टू प्लेटफॉर्म्स एनालिटिक्स. गोटे होची फेसबुक रो आवर पेज रीच हैज बीन अराउंड 22,000. The number doesn't matter. अपना एटा ग्राफ रे देखिबे कि we have also episode by episode we have also increased or reached out our analytics, reached out our impact, and I must tell you that this is all organic. हमें पे जे कोई paid promotion करनु, all the circulation has been done by either the viewers themselves or whatever network or whatever areas we promote as sharing, it is done by the sharing analytics. तल ग्राफ जोटा होची सेटा YouTube रो ग्राफ देखोची. So in YouTube we have around 10,542 impression in the last 13 episodes. Facebook analytics take a more prominent insight dochi that in the last 13 episodes we have around 42,000 total impression. Organic impressions has been around 40,000 because paid impression was 0. You can see whatever has come from organic impression. And then the daily reach of page post jeti ki ame post karchu, and our frequency is very less actually. Ame khali only say anubhuti Shri Jagannath setale ame khali engage kartlu 3 time post kariki. But otherwise we are very only Saturdays, I think 1 day before we post what is coming next. And so you can see that ki around total daily consumer of our माने लोक माने hover करंती page रे or access करंती for any of the previous videos or anything, around 1,000 plus do it as a total consumers. So our viewership has also been global. 12 countries. Last year also we were global. This year also, because we had global speaker. Last year we were more. This time we have changed our times couple of times to accommodate speakers from US, and you will see that we have reached around 12 countries and 142 locations in total. Our viewership, and yes, 90% of the viewership is from the subcontinent, that is India and Odisha, to be very frank. Pan India viewership पे आपण देख पारिए कि maximum has been definitely 80% audience comes from Odisha, but otherwise also the viewership has gone, and आमे सेति पे केबे केबे ओडिया टू आई थिंक एटा या पूर्वरु भी टिके कहिसंती कि ओडिया कहिबा इंग्लिश और हिंदी मिक्स करिया पे, बट आमे स्टिल वी ट्राई दैट कि आमे कहू आमे कोशिश करछु कि आमे जते ओडिया रे कहू जते कि आमे आमे हमरो so that we can share our ideas jette ame ani paribu our language prominence ta seta bi ame kari parbu. In fact mu eta bi English re kahuchi just for easy conversation, but yes, there has been a change in impact from the last year's viewership. We are little more pan India distributed. एथरको ग्लोबल स्पीकर यूएस रू भी थिले, तो सेति पई यूएस रो भी multiple states रू बहुत access हेची, and एटा गोटे यूएस viewership. So we have realized that कि तांकर गोटे OSA बोल के society अछि where we had reached out for speakers, and they had also supported that कि सेमाने circulate करिबे हमरो information activities, awareness activity जहाँ भी हमें करूँ. I think it's an organic reach which has reached out Canada or US रे circulation of our activities. With that, हमें आजिरो episode which is about World Entrepreneurship Day, I request DK to take over and let's talk around it.
Yeah. आमर यही episode 13 जोटा रही impact, just a moment. आज आम रही impact assessment आम जो DK लाइव आज आम करवा आमर भी निजर एटा गोटे entrepreneurial initiative definitely, and today being World Entrepreneurs Day, आमे चिंता करथिलु last 1 year हला कि आमे तो definitely discuss करूचे, लोकों को आणुचे, लोकों को platform network को आणुचे. So we thought of now getting on ground and start activating and handholding people on ground activation re. So Mandala innovation amrode 2017 and 18 re, we a group of friends we had started and initiated a Mandala innovation network where my late friend Mrutyunjay Mishra was a driver. So basically Mandala mane connecting the dots. So that each person, each asset, each resource, how do we connect to each other, and how do we on ground how do we are able to impact and support people. That was मंडला इनोवेशन नेटवर्क से थॉट कि टू यूज डेटा एनालिटिक्स एंड सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स, हैंड होल्ड पीपल, incubate companies, skill people, and take Odisha to greater heights. Say to germinate heitala, but unfortunately he left us on half the way. He was on a very fast mode, very aggressive mode. He was a character of different kind. So I think that attribute to him, because we were definitely, a lot of people were on their own journeys. He came as a weaver and weaved magic and got lot of people onto a same platform कि आमे जब different लोक थिलो कि मंडला इनोवेशन नेटवर्क different organizations, individuals, entrepreneurs, scientists, researcher को नहीं करी आमे केम डेवलप करिबा. सो आमर ओडिया ये रे जतले आमे मंडल काटू एनी ओडिया को हिंदू ये रे आमे जतबेले एटा हिंदुइज्म रे अछि कि बुद्धिज्म रे अछि आमे मंडल काटू. So dots करके ताको हम मूर्जा हो छुट्टी हो जो थोड़ा में जोड़ू, and we create patterns. These are basically Zen बोले हमें कहो बुद्धिज्म रे, and these are in circulations. So each circulate connect the other circles. So if you see the pattern, these are mandala art भी ताको कहा जाए, लोगों बहुत drawing करंती mandala art करंती, and say to each. So on that theme, so mandala innovation is launching Mandala Innovation Prayas. So Prayas is basically promoting robust accelerator for young aspiring setups. Ajiro amara ehi DK Live platform माध्यम रे आम एटा को आज लॉन्च करे होचो कि on ground रे we will come to on ground and handhold, support, the promote and accelerate the business of the young entrepreneurs. It can be a startup, it can be a existing SME, MSME. So that is why we have said young aspiring setups. So that it is startup bhi asuchi, nua business, existing business, failed business. So seti jodi amara intervention karikari, because now we have a plethora of mentors with us from different fields. We have people from chartered accountants, legal, sales, marketing, finance, HR, and social and impact assessment, evaluation monitoring. So we have now people from different fields, domain experts, like in the health domain we have experts in the insurance domain. We have various kinds of experts now with us, and they are also eager to help and support this ecosystem. So once we are creating this ecosystem, so we will be definitely play a role in terms of लोकों को हेल्प करिबा, साहाय्य करिबा. तो हमर एही प्रयास रहइबो सेठी एमआई आमे कहूछु माई प्रयास माने मोर, आमे जदि ओडिया त कहबा कि माई माने कोन मोर, बट मंडला इनोवेशन प्रयास प्रमोटिंग रोबस्ट एक्सेलरेटर फॉर यंग एस्पायरिंग एक्सपर्ट. तो एठी मु अनाउंस करे चाहूची एंड अपील करे चाहूची जो माने स्टार्टअप्स अछि कि आपन को चिन्हा परिचय के स्टार्टअप अछि कार फेल हेची को भी इश्यूज नै करी आमे देखिबा ताको रिवाइव करे चेष्टा करिबा कोन इश्यूज हेची देखिबा जदि आमे रिवाइव करि परिया विल डेफिनेटली ट्राई इफ द आइडिया इज ग्रेट एंड समवेयर समथिंग इज लैकिंग. जदि हमर किछि प्रयास रे दैट कैन अगेन एक्सेलरेट वी वुड बी हैप्पी. एक्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस रे कोन जदि किछि प्रॉब्लम आछे लकुना आछुची वेयर वी कैन इंटरवेन. आई थिंक as I talk Abhilash will also add on. So ajira amara ehi program madhyamare we are launching Mandala Innovation Prayas, and I appeal to all these companies, entrepreneurs, don't think you are alone in your journey. We would definitely DK Live platform, Mandala Innovation Prayas will be there with you to support you and accelerate you to take you from the local community to the global community. जो माने लोकल डील को तो नेशनल को लेके जीवा, नेशनल तक इंटरनेशनल ग्लोबल को लेके जीवा. आपन जे प्रोडक्ट तयारी करछन कि जे सर्विसेज करूछन्ती, इवन आपन को जो लोकल लेबे जहां अछि, जदि आपन को लोकल बिजनेस रे इफ वी आर एबल टू हमर इंटरवेंशन आपन को किछि रोजगार बढ़ी परला, किछि लोकन को आपन नुवा रोजगार दे परले, दैट वुड बिकम अ बिग a tiny, basically big कहबी कि a tiny support from all of us जो माने आम संगे जड़ित होइचंती. I also appeal my friends, family and experts who want to share your time in mentoring these setups and startups. You are all welcome. We are आमे गोटे ए जो गूगल फॉर्म जनरेट करछु एटा आपण मानकु आमे पठेइबो आपण माने देखंतु ए गूगल फॉर्म रो लिंक अछि आपण जाई कि निजर कंसेंट दियंतु कि आपण जे स्टार्टअप अछंती आपण आइडिया कि आपण चाहउछन हम संगे 1 to 1 करिवे दैट इज यू आर ऑल वेलकम एक्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस यू आर ऑल वेलकम एंड जो माने मेंटर होबा चाहउछन सपोर्ट करिया चाहउछन ए इनिशिएटिव को कारण एटा हमर प्लेटफॉर्म नो एटा आपण मानकर प्लेटफॉर्म सो मंडला इनोवेशन प्रयास इज each one of us platform a platform माध्यम रे हमें समस्त को कनेक्ट करिबा and together we will accelerate we will build a robust system that is our objective and definitely बहुत किछि लोक किछि प्रयास चली चंती माने इंडिविजुअल लेवल रे ग्रुप्स रे विभिन्न जगह रे चली ओडिसा रे बट नाउ इट इज टाइम दैट वी कनेक्ट ईच वन ऑफ अस सो दैट हमर जो एफर्ट डुप्लीकेट न हो एंड टुगेदर वी आर एबल टू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स एंड बिल्ड excellent good brands out of Odisha. Now a time has come we all should contribute our time energy whatever we can as a pro bono as a paid consulting will look into it that way but yes as we move ahead ame dekhiba eta apanakar ei Abhilash will share this Abhilash you can talk through this Google form kemti habo kemti operate habo
सो आपण मानको जे माने इंटरेस्टेड अछंती एतरे 3 कैटेगरी अछि फर्स्टली आपणकर को सेक्टर ऑफ वर्क अछि यदि आपण निजर बिजनेस आइडिया टा को कया पे जाउछनी कि सही तरह हम एफर्ट मारिबा तो आपण को सेक्टर को सेटा बिलोंग करछि सेटा कोहंतु इन केस आपण यू वांट टू जॉइन एज अ मेंटर so you can actually choose to be a mentor also subject matter expert and in case you want to schedule a one to one meeting so that apna we can you don't want to share it here but apna auri bujia pe jaउचंदी केते आइडिया खाली माइंड रे अछि but केबे ग्राउंड को एक्टिव हेनी we don't know how to put it as a business केते थरा में केते चैलेंज आसे तो I will just show you apna normally form टा क्लिक करंतु and I want to share my business problem so if you are choosing that so आमे पचारछो आगो कि आर यू रजिस्टर्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपण गवर्नमेंट रजिस्ट्रेशन हेछि या तो प्राइवेट लिमिटेड या तो एलएलपी या प्रोप्राइटरशिप डू यू हैव रजिस्टर्ड ऑर्गेनाइजेशन को प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट अछि आपण जोटा कि आपण बिजनेस या सर्विस या इज एक्चुअली इज ट्राइंग टू सॉल्व what are you doing and what is that innovation you have thought will bring that change if you can describe something do you have any used cases पर आपण जान छथि एटा कोटू सिखचंदी कि हां यूएस एमती होची इंडिया रे भी हेई परिबो तो एनी सक्सेसफुल मॉडल जोटा ग्लोबली जानि छथि माने आपण पढि छथि व्हिच गिव्स यू कॉन्फिडेंस कि एटा मोर हेई परिबो कि मोटो होउनी तारा टिके लिंक या केनी एक्टिविटी what is the expectation आपण डीके लाइफ टू को एक्सपेक्टेशन रखि छथि कि जदी आपण आमे जदी प्रयास करिया मिसी कि ताले what is the area of where you feel that कि आमे you are open to get knowledge and drive it further तो एटा आपण कर पारिबे second in case choice 2 you want to schedule a call and meeting so आपण just आपण को डिटेल टा दे दियंतु and we will come back to you on that similarly apna you want to be a mentor तो आपण को सब्जेक्ट मैटर तो आपण लिखि दै छथि सेक्टर you just give your details so even mentor we will come back to you so initially the structure is to create focus more on the micro entrepreneurship that is scale up एलिमेंट टा को एते बिग ना देखि कि गोटे प्रॉब्लम रो सॉल्यूशन टा को केमते हमें रीच कर पारे हाउ कैन वी जनरेट लोकल एम्प्लॉयमेंट एंड इफ देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम हाउ मेनी पीपल आर finding it as a problem how is apna ko solution ta is going to benefit it for all so how do we go by that how if it needs more academic inputs then which kind of if it needs IIT Bhubaneswar's input then we'll connect if it needs any of these intellectual inputs or if it needs only you're looking ki kali fund or absence jo eta hei paruni or even if you had funds ko jagar apna funds ta invest karle jo ja jo ki यार return या तार impact एते पड़लानी maybe covid आसीगला maybe it could not pick up maybe आपन को पाखे technology रो backend नथिला maybe आपन technology रो जतले कोशिश करले तार investment high cost in technology रे लागि गला कि ground रे पालेनी so whatever has been the challenge which you felt कि it could not emerge startup या or your ideas could not go on the ground आपन सेटा को converts करंतु and then we'll try to see that how we can get the best of the brains to help you go on the ground and come out with a you know jota jodi amko jodi if we can diagnose the problem and then create a solution around it and definitely it takes time ajiro date re because of the various central government schemes state government schemes the last time janti startup ro bhi schemes and entrepreneurship is gender independent even women are encouraged to come and in fact government to promote bhi karuchi so there are various how can we link up that and we can create a small seed amount of money in fact jetala ame IIT Bhubaneswar sange katha kelu they themselves are looking for startups in the virtual arena या जो माने काम करछंती around 300 startups को से माने incubate करिया पे चाहछंती सही sector और सही space रे यदि आपण मानक पिला माने जदि से स्कूल रे अछि आ they have some ideas which you are not able to understand that what is se kon कहउची because of the technological element to it so if that also needs guidance any which way so we are there to work together as a prayas for that so that's the objective of this ideation campaign एमती बहुत इनिशिएटिव अच्छी नीति आयोग इनिशिएटिव अच्छी स्टार्टअप रो बहुत सारे इनिशिएटिव्स अच्छी बट हमको रीच हुए नहीं कि आमे जानी परनु ऑन ग्राउंड टू ग्राउंड करिया पे हाउ डू वी हैंड होल्ड इट तो सही पाई DK Live is trying to see that if we have a community of people who are looking at promoting themselves as an entrepreneur and want to establish a small entrepreneurship as well आमे केमिति लिंक अप करकी larger local taku auri national level re aur national taku kemti global level re nei pari so that is what is our intention over here DK mute you're mute
thank you for taking us through this amara jo Google form and amara ए जो मंडला इनोवेशन प्रयास उपरे आपण माने आपण कहिले जणैले सी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कोन एंटरप्रेन्योर कोन आपण जदि हम जानियो चाहिबा each one of us has to build today ajiro jo amar sthiti अछि each one of us has to build a entrepreneurial mindset is taking a risk taking calculated risk talking about innovation improving small things step by step so it is not that only that ki आमे entrepreneurship करिवा monetary benefits पाई entrepreneurship there are a lot of entrepreneurship social entrepreneurship economic entrepreneurship technological entrepreneurship and agricultural entrepreneurship so सबु space रे सबु sector रे skill entrepreneurship सबु sector रे scope अछि now with our domain experts with our thought leaders whom we have with us with mentor when they are ready to mentor so आमे let us pick up आपण माने आसंतु let us talk your ideas take it to next height to the idea stage रे अछि जदि हेरा प्रोडक्ट की मन सर्विस स्टेज रे की इंप्लीमेंटेशन स्टेज रे अछि हमर कोन इंटरवेंशन हे परिबो जदि सेटा आपनकर एक्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस अछि दैट के बेटर केमते हे परिबो एंड हाउ दैट बिजनेस कैन ग्रो फ्रॉम वन लेवल टू सेकंड लेवल से विषय नहीं करी वी वुड डेफिनेटली वर्क ऑन आ मो आसार ओडिसा रे आमर यही सदाबले प्रयास रही आसी रहिबो आमर आपण मानठु हम जले जो ए टॉपिक्स ऊपर आमे आइडिया कलेक्ट करूछु सो वी वुड डेफिनेटली किछ आइडियाज हमको एबे लोक व्हाट्सएप रे पठाउचंती वी विल टेक इट वी विल असिमिलेट एंड विल गेट बैक टू यू डेफिनेटली बहुत स्कोप अछि एंड ओडिसा गोटे आज के डेट रे गोटे इट इज सिटिंग ऑन अ माने लेवल ऑफ ग्रोथ व्हिच यू कैन नॉट इमेजिन नेक्स्ट 10 years if we do things right if we are able to connect people able to connect things Odisha and its products and its people which reach global stage at a very faster space so seita loko pahunchonde kintu we will be enablers and catalyst to accelerate those kind of growth which is happening and make it visible. And ସେଇଟା ଆମର ପ୍ରୟାସ ଅଛି କି ଆମର କମ୍ୟୁନିଟିକୁ ଆମେ କେମିତି ବିଲ୍ଡ କରିବା ଟୁଗେଦର। ଓଡ଼ିଆ ମାନେ ଖାଲି ଯୋଉ ଓଡ଼ିଆ ଭାଷା ନୁହନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ରହୁଛନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉମାନେ ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ରହିକି ବାହାରକୁ ଯାଇଛନ୍ତି, ଯୋଉମାନେ ଆସି ଓଡ଼ିଶାରେ ଚାକିରି କରିଛନ୍ତି, so all encompass କରିକିରି they are the people whom we are trying to address, and we would try to bridge the requirement with the resources. ସେଇଟା ହିଁ ଆମର ପ୍ରୟାସ ରହିବ। I would like to thank ଆପଣମାନେ ଆମ ସାଙ୍ଗରେ ଜଡ଼ିତ ହୋଇଛନ୍ତି ପ୍ରଥମ ଦିନରୁ till date, and ଆପଣମାନଙ୍କର ଏନକରେଜମେଣ୍ଟ, ବ୍ଲେସିଂସ୍ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଲଭ୍ ଆମକୁ ଆଜି ପ୍ଲାଟଫର୍ମକୁ ଏଇ ଯାଏ ନେଇକି ଆସିଛି କି organically we are able to reach out to people, and now it is time to make some impact and create the difference. Amit Naik Koile, all the best. Thank you, Amit. I know you are always there, and we have discussed a lot of things, so it's now on ground we will do. DP, he has encouraged us. Thank you, DP. Abani Kumar Biswal, great going. Thank you, Abani. Niyar Sarangi, good evening and happy Raksha Bandhan. Yes, thank you, and Raksha Bandhan to you. Raksha Bandhan is all about Bandhan and protection. So we need to protect our entrepreneurs and to bind them. Connecting the dots is Bandhan. We have to connect these dots and grow ahead, move ahead. Manmaya Mishra कहले नमन to all. Thank you, Manmaya Mishra. Partha Sarthi Patnaik हमको encourage करचंती. Then we have Biswajit Acharya कहले good morning and happy Raksha Bandhan. Good topics covered. Now we should take it to next level with action plan for change. Yes, I think you have thought on the right direction. You stayed US, and as we know कि you intend to come back and create those अपन का जो experience and learning अच्छी to create that difference and impact in for people of Odisha. We welcome you, and definitely now is about action plan for change. Thank you. One thing is constant is change, and mo Asaa Ra Odisha theme re vocal for local is to leverage that change, to be that change for people, to accelerate them. Good evening, Lira Patnaik कहते good evening all the panelists. Thank you. Bhuvaneshwari Mishra कहते नमस्कार. अन्नपूर्णा देवी महापात्र कहले good evening. Thank you. शशांक शुक्ला हाथ हलैचंती, पार्थसारथी नमन करचंती, धन्यवाद. प्रभात रथ भी हमको एनकरेज करचंती, थैंक यू प्रभात फ्रॉम कनाडा. निहार महापात्र कहले अभिलाषा नमन, थैंक यू निहार. देवजानी भी नमन करचंती. आमे हम लिंक पठेइछु, लिंक टू द फॉर्म्स. आपण ए लिंक टा क्लिक करिवे, आमे आपन को फर्दर पठेइबो. आमे आपन को विभिन्न माध्यम कि आप कॉपी कर नियंतु, and you can definitely want to become a mentor or want your idea, then we can definitely help you, or you are an entrepreneur, existing entrepreneur. Prashant Raj कहले I am there, thank you Prashant. Saroj Linka कहले DK Sri, thank you Saroj. Sarmishta encourage करचंती, Sarmishta होता. Sukanti Das कहले very encouraging topic. Amya Kumar Das कहले love you DK, thank you Amya. Ramesh Chandra होता कहले on the occasion of World Entrepreneurs Day, impact assessment Mandala innovation is nicely deliberated. This will certainly encourage more and more entrepreneurs covering from all fields. Keep it up. Yes, you are a mentor to us, I know, because you have worked so much, such a great experience you have in the chemical technology. So people, I appeal to people who are working on chemical technology, and you would find Sri Ramesh Chandra Hota as a very good mentor and support you in the manufacturing and in the entire value chain and ecosystem of chemical technology. He would be a wonderful mentor. We have Mr. PK Das 2007. This is a new kind, but seems to become successful. Keep it up. Thank you, PK sir. Yes, we are looking at all your blessings and support, and we would try to make that difference in small difference. We do not promise we will at the full moon. We will not promise you full moon, but yes, one day certainly, one by one, we will start creating impact and try to measure it, because Mrutyunjay Sadale kahe we should use data analytics as a tool to grow and help people. Yes, we will definitely use, and we will build a team. That dream which is there, we have now a lot of dreamers coming us, and definitely ame jo jinisa dekhitile, now a lot of people have started and encouraging us. किछि impact ame निश्चय चेष्टा करिबा आपण मानक सहयोग रे. Colonel Mahapatra asigalani कहले good evening, a great interesting motivation topic. Yes, Colonel Mahapatra, you have been encouraging us since आपण हमको encourage करछन day 1 रो. Thank you, नमन करछु आपण को, and नमन करछु समस्त को, कान आपण माने ही आमको बहुत एनकरेज करिसंती आज पर्यंत आमर ए प्रोग्राम को देखुचंती डिसेमिनेट करचंती लोकन संगे शेयर करुचंती स्थितप्रज्ञ कहले गुड इवनिंग एवरीवन यस सो समय आछि आमे आज आमर प्रोग्राम को क्लोज करिबा बट आमर जो दीटा टेक अवे अच्छी विल अगेन आई विल रिइटरेट मंडल इनोवेशन प्रयास which has to be एटा हमर लिंक अच्छी गूगल फॉर्म आपण माने जानतु you want to become a mentor you want to put your startup idea and, or your existing idea and want us to support age is not a barrier I'll tell you age is not a barrier gender is not a barrier we encourage more and more women folk to come and join and we have also a banker with us Shri Srijit Shankar Behera who is joining us good evening all definitely look to support new entrepreneurs through your support I'm sure people like Srijit Behera has been a guiding force in creating entrepreneurs from the rural since his last 20-25 years in the banking sector. I've seen he has created lot many entrepreneurs and he has taken risk personally. Some business have failed, some business have done well. So probably somewhere he has also taken a beating, but then he has never looked back and he has been encouraging entrepreneurs and basically people from Odisha to grow. Thank you, Shri Srijit Shankar Behera ji. As a banker, yes, money is required to accelerate any kind of business. So we should validate our business idea with data, with market research. And man jaha bhi kaam kariba, so let us give our heart and soul to it. Definitely failure rate kamiba and definitely together hand holding re we all will grow. That is what amara ajiro hi Mandala Innovation Promoting Robust Accelerator for Young Aspiring Setups. Amara ei program aji ame it is hajaku aji ame maybe that is one day today where we are trying to finish it in time. Thank you all of you. Ajiro gote बहुत अमृत दिन कारण रक्षाबंधन समंदर एटा गोटे रक्षाबंधन आमर गम्हा पूर्णिमा कहती आज प्रभु बलभद्र या बलराम तांकर जन्मदिन आज सुभद्रा तांको राखी पिंधेइथिले सेटू स्टार्ट हेइतिला आज हला पूर्णिमा सो इट इज अ गुड डे ऑस्पिशियस डे टू लॉन्च दिस प्रोग्राम वी थॉट ऑफ डेफिनेटली आपण माने हमको ए टाइम देथिबारु हम माने धन्य मने करछु स्प्रेड दिस वर्ड आपण मानका जदी के आसुचंती कि एक्जिस्टिंग बिजनेस करिचंती कोटी इश्यूज होची कोन होची आपण तांको नजर को आनंतु तांको आम संगे लिंक अप करंतु वी विल ट्राई टू नेटवर्क एंड सी हाउ वी कैन इंटरवेन एंड चेष्टा करिबा एठी हम रखिबा अभिलाष योर लास्ट टू वर्ड्स एंड बिफोर वी वाइंड अप यस अभिलाष यू आर नीडेड so because Abhilash has been the backbone of this DKLI program and Mandala Innovation Prayasara he is also the backbone so he is there that's why and we would like more and more people to join us and contribute time energy and also money yes we would look at money also because startups need money and those people we would also try we have a promise karuni but I mean definitely try kariba aguku how we can go about doing it yes Abhilash yours
so actually couple of examples actually जब देखो bamboo tree रा example दे भी bamboo tree it takes 6 years for bamboo shoot to come up और तापरे within the 7th year it rises up माने एका संगे लंबा हो जाए तो स्टार्टअप या कोई भी बिजनेस रो जदी फाउंडेशन को हमें क्लियर अप कर परिबा तो माने इट इज देयर इज अ हाई चांसेस दैट इट विल बी स्टेबल पर जदी हम कंपैरिजन टा को रखिबा पूरा ग्लोबली माने स्केलेबल ऑपरेशन 1.3 यूनिकॉर्न एम्प्टी एस्पिरेशन तो स्टार्ट करला वाला कोई फर्स्ट फेलियर टा आसी जाए सो today India has around 52 unicorns आपण जानथिबे कि लास्ट 1 year especially digital technology रे जो माने भी startups अछि they have had a good growth but से माने isolation रे ऑपरेट करनांती जते भी मनी सर्कुलेट होची it is being circulated for multiple fields तो सेति पई मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग होची कि यदि आपण फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम टा को आइडेंटिफाई करबे और एक्सेल शीट रे प्रोडक्ट बने कि into 200 into 500 एम्प्टी न करी कि व्हाट इज एक्जेक्टली द कंसर्न एंड हाउ आई एम गोइंग टू सॉल्व इट व्हाट इज द क्वालिटी से एलिमेंट रे हम यदि फोकस करि परबा एंड दैट इज व्हाई सब्जेक्ट मैटर एक्सपर्ट्स एंड मेंटर्स आर नेसेसरी एंड डेटा रा इंपैक्ट हम यदि मेजर करि परबा a slow progress, but a progress is definitely going to happen. And I think that is the prayas. I mean, nahi dechu prayas. It's meaning we have to try, and we'll keep on trying. I think that's the spirit, to never say never type spirit, and move on. With that, thank you everyone. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Abhilash. Together we'll make it happen. And Annapurna Devi, I hope to meet soon with new success stories. Yes, that is what a challenge we accept. We would try to create new success stories, and we would try to intervene. Not only we, matlab, last mularu kayaschi, eta DK Live na diya platform is yours and ours. Let us not talk about it a more platform. Hamato kaya that a more platform, mane amora platform. So that we should talk about, and we should definitely come and help each other in building Odisha, building India. Naman korchi, dhanyavad, naman korchi aji. Thank you very much, and we will come back.